even before that, before we got married, we had to work
we worked,
on the farm.
'cause I lived with my grandmother. I had to.
Yeah, and Rita worked. She worked at the Chevrolet house.
I did.
Here, a Chevrolet dealer.
Reese Jones.
Chevrolet.
Reese Jones. That's.
It's right. It's right down. Well.
It's down where Castles used to be downtown. It was a downtown
down
place.
That area. Anyway.
Yeah.
After we got married, well, I continued farming, and that's how we paid for our way through school.
I got a scholarship I won Lions Club Queen, so I got a scholarship.
Yeah.
For that, and that helped to pay my first year. But I had to take out loans, and I took out loans, and they said, well, if you'll take this one and become a teacher, then you won't have to pay it back. And I said, nah, I'm never becoming a teacher. So, and it took us like 10 years to pay that loan back. Yeah.
And everything. But anyway, we farm peanuts for a living. Peanuts. This whole part of the country was. As a matter of fact, where this house sits right now, this was a peanut field at one time. Sandy soil and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, peanuts were big business back then, and so we farmed peanuts. And Rita and I had our own. We leased a place, a farm, and had about 50 acres of peanuts, and and we farmed that 50 acres, and
I was a city girl, so that was not a great thing. We lived out in the country, so
anyway, it paid for our way through school, which is good.
Wow.
So we ended up, other than Rita's student loan that she got, we ended up with, ended up kind of debt free. Broke is everything, but
The dance halls were important on the weekends. What were some local hangouts back then other than the dance halls? Were there local hangouts?
Dairy Queen 1, Dairy Queen 2.
Well, and Jake's and Dorothy's.
Jake and Dorothy's was Jake and Dorothy's was, you'd go on a date, a lot of guys, you go on a date on Friday or Saturday night, and Jake and Dorothy's was open until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning most of the time. They aren't anymore, but they were then. And there would be, you'd drop your date off, and there'd be 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 guys that'd meet at Jake and Dorothy's, and at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and you would have coffee or have a burger or something like that, and then going home.
Also, there were drugstores downtown that had counters, and you would meet up down there, and there was a drive-in movie and there was a downtown movie, and a lot of times they would have like midnight movies, and so all the kids would go to midnight movies, and the whole theater would be full, or they would all go out to the drive-in. It was funny. One time when we were going to the drive-in, Jack Arthur was the mayor, and
he owned the drive-in.
I knew him from Lions Club, because one of the things I got to do was go and eat lunch with them every week, and I really liked to do that, so they enjoyed me coming. And I will never forget, we were going up to see this movie, and we pulled up, and Jack Arthur looked over at Gerald and he said, "Do you really think you should be taking her to this kind of movie?" So those are the kinds of things.
Yeah, that's right.
That we did.
We did. And people go, a lot of times on weekends or something like that, you'd go to the lake.
Yeah.
And stuff, or you'd go swimming down at the park, because we had a swimming pool down there. Not the one that's there now, but another one. And you do that. Or you'd go to some other town, or you'd go to Proctor Lake. It was a big thing back then, and so a lot of people had boats and things like that. We didn't, but we'd go over there and you'd picnic out and go swimming out there in the lake and everything like that. So we did things like that.